Hey YouTube, it's your boy Hitchcock Sport, and one coming at you with a video here, along with the one and only, right over there, Dwight Schrute. Whoa, no, I mean, right there, we found him. Okay, here we are. This video is going to be about the New England Patriots, and why I think they're going to pretty much be unstoppable in the AFC next year. And by the way, I said AFC, I'm not talking about the NFC. I have this team obviously going to the Super Bowl. I have them taking on the Packers. And, you know, Tom Brady, he turned 35 today. And this guy, you know, usually at the age of 35, you say, oh, these quarterbacks, you know, they're going to get slow, they're getting older, they're going to get injured more, and they start talking bad about him, that they're going to probably not do as well. Well, the thing with Tom Brady is that no one ever talks about his age. Nobody ever says anything about Tom Brady's age, you know, because this guy is so good. He can do so much for the Patriots, and you know, even last year you would say 34, and even 33 is pretty old, and he's way out of his prime now. But it's almost as if he's in a prime because he's still an MVP caliber player. I honestly have him winning MVP next year. The only thing that's going to stop this Patriots team is if they get hurt. I still think their defense really needs some improving. I really like Vince Wilfork and Dante Hightower. I think Dante Hightower has lots of potential as a linebacker, and I'll talk about him later on in the video. But, you know, the Patriots, really no team in their division is going to be able to beat them. I do have the Jets actually beating them once this season, but that usually, you know, that's such a rivalry, it could go either way. But yeah, Tom Brady, he's been known to be a little bit of a choker at times, especially the last 5 years or so. Well, not really, 4 to 3 years. I remember one year they lost to the Ravens in wild card. I can't remember if they lost to the Colts. I can't really remember. They lost to Giants. Obviously, almost forgot that for a second. They lost to the Giants in the Super Bowl last year, and they did have a legitimate chance of winning, except, you know, they just couldn't really do it. You know, the Giants, really good defenses are really actually able to beat the New England Patriots. You know, like 49ers, Ravens. We did last year see the Ravens actually beat Tom Brady. I mean, not beat. They lost to Tom Brady. Man, I don't know what's wrong with me today. I'm getting all scrambled up. But yeah, they lost Tom Brady in a very close game, which could have went to overtime. That game could have went either way if they made the field goal there. But yeah. So hopefully Tom Brady isn't a choker. Not that he's really a choker in the regular season. It's just really sometimes a postseason. I don't know. Maybe it's an age thing. Maybe it's, you know, the Patriots right now, they have so much on them. Maybe a little bit of stress coming in. But yeah, they have a really easy schedule. I'll read it off to you. Okay, the first game they got Titans, which will be a win. Then they got Cardinals, win. Ravens, I think they will win that one. It'll be a close game though. Bills, they will win. Broncos will be a tough game, but I think they will win that one. Seahawks, yes. The first Jets game they'll win. Rams, they'll be able to beat. Bills, Colts. Then they got the Jets, which that's going to be at the Jets, so I think that will be a loss. The Dolphins, I think they'll beat the Dolphins. Texans, that looks like that one could be a hard one. I think people are overrating the Texans a little bit. I think they'll be able to get by that one. 49ers, I think they will lose. It is at Gillette Stadium, but I think they'll lose for the fact the 49ers defense just looks really good, and I don't think they're really going to fall off next year. I think this is going to be a team that's going to come in and do really well. Jaguars just look god-awful. Dolphins, they'll be able to win, so they're going to practically sweep their division besides them losing to the Jets that one time. And this offseason, they got some accusations, and Brandon Lloyd, he is a receiver that did really well in like his first 2 years with Denver when they got Kyle Orton. Kind of came out of nowhere. He's been a little bit cursed with injuries though. And ever since Kyle Orton left and was traded to the Chiefs, they started Tim Tebow, and Tim kind of got a connection with Demaryius Thomas. Lloyd was not considered the #1 receiver anymore, and Lloyd wanted out of there. He didn't want anything to do with it, and so he left, played for the Rams. Rams, I don't even know who the quarterback was at the time, because I'm pretty sure Sam Bradford was out with an injury, because he was kind of off and on all season. I can't really remember what the injury was, but that doesn't matter. And then he out for free agency, and now he's here with New England, and I think him and Tom Brady are going to be great together. I think Brandon Lloyd's going to have a really good season. I think he's actually going to have a better season than Wes Welker. But yeah, then we got, they got a lot of really good tight ends, starting off with Asante Shenko. This guy, when he was with Brett Favre, he was very well. He hasn't really been as well lately, at least that one year, because he didn't have Brett Favre. I think this tight end can be really well if he has a really good quarterback throwing it to him, and he didn't really have that in Minnesota, except for that first year with Brett Favre. He did really well, Shenko, I think he could be a really good tight end coming off the bench for the Patriots. But yeah, I'm not sure if they got Jake Ballard too. They got the enemy from the Giants. Got him from free agency. Now Jake Ballard, I'm not sure who will be over each other on the depth chart. Jake Ballard or Asante Shenko. If it was me, I'd probably put Asante Shenko over Jake Ballard, because really Aaron Hernandez and Rob Gronkowski are both players who practically play together. I would almost call them both starters. Especially if one of them get hurt, I think Asante Shenko could do really well there. But yeah, Dante Hightower, he has a lot of potential. He could actually bring something with this linebacking squad. Like I said, I think him and Vince Wilfork could work really well with each other, and they could both help out this defense so much. And maybe in a couple more years, this team could be really good defensively. For the fact, hopefully in a couple more years, if you're a Patriots fan, that Tom Brady's good, the offense is still as good. Because if they got a good offense and a good defense, oh my God, this team's going to be scary. Because if they had a good defense right now, their defense really isn't that good, hasn't been good last year, I don't think it's going to be that good this year. But if they had a really good defense, I could pick this team to go undefeated, man. But yeah, some key players. They got Wes Welker, obviously. Hopefully he does well. Who will get franchised? I think he should be happy with his contract. He should be happy. But we saw it with Vincent Jackson. He didn't really. He kind of held out one season with the Chargers, and he came in and he actually did really well. And then the next season he did pretty good, and then he wanted to do free agency, and now he's a Buccaneer. But whatever. Aaron Hernandez, Rob Gronkowski, we both know what they can do. The Gronk, he set up some tight end records last year for most touchdowns. I think it was. I know it was most touchdowns, and I don't know if he had most reception yards for tight end. But oh, thank God he did so well last year, because I had him on free agency last year, and he did me really well on free agency. I do got Deion Branch down on this list, because the fact that Deion Branch he actually can be a really good wide receiver. Tom Brady kind of revised Deion Branch, and I think he's a very underrated wide receiver, because he's a guy that can really go out and he could put up a huge game. Some games, he could have 10 receptions, 140 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And then some games, he'll have, 2 receptions and 10 yards, But yeah, really, I think in the playoffs, they'll be able to make it to the Super Bowl for the fact, I don't really think the AFC is strong enough. They got some really good teams in there that I think could beat this Patriots offense, but I don't know if they'll do it. Really, I think the only team would be the Steelers, just because, their defense has been known to do really well. They did lose to Tom Brady last year in a very close game, the Steelers did, but, maybe the Ravens, but the Ravens, they lost Terrell Suggs. It looks like it could be for a very long time, at least for the season, I would think. But then again, I did hear he was head on his schedule for his injury, but yeah, I guess the Ravens could disrupt them a little bit. Maybe Broncos. That's all I can really think of. But you guys tell me what you think. Please subscribe to my channel. I got 200 subs now. I want to thank all you guys for that. Also, like this video, and I love to read all comments. Appreciate all of them, agree or disagree. But thank you guys, and peace out.